statement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You just got to finish the play if you're the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Torgerson. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands. It's Eakin. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Wide receiver comes in motion. Defense in press coverage. Lost to throw again. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Finding open areas. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the 2nd level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Might as well give it to him again. There he goes. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires complete. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Going to the running game. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Torgerson. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The gift to the back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Dropping back, it's Torgerson. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Eakin. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Torgerson. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, and just as he throws, it's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Makes the grab. It's Adcock. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Torgerson. That's reeled in, it's Griffin. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch, it's Dalton. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about...
He unleashes a long one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Torgerson. Looking left. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Street. And the big gain. And they've got it on the 46. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Get it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Leaves it with the running back. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll open the second half with a run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give to the lone running back. They make the to stop it. He'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Might be looking to run. Turning it on. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Oh, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Looking to throw, it's Torgerson. With the catch, it's Eakin. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Looking downfield, it's Torgerson. Hauls it in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. To the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They just keep firing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Here we go. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's third and goal. To the air, it's Torgerson. He makes the grab. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Cincinnati is on top. They've played awfully well today, and though that's not Desmond Ridder out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 6 over Georgia Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chain.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to the ground game on the left. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the move. And they'll knock him down.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Torgerson. Quick completion on the out route. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The hand to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking for a man. It's Torgerson. Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. He smashes his way through again. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Dropping back, it's Torgerson. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Eakin. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
This offense, you can tell, it's confident, man. 4th down and short in the red zone. Yeah, you could probably kick a field goal, but they stay aggressive. They trust their passing attack. Nice job getting rid of the football on time, setting up the 1st and goal.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Torgerson. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Now the play fake. Going for 6. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got to...
Breaks into the open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The lone back's got it. Runs through the tackle. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Torgerson. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They'll run it. Can't get him to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Going for it all. Grabs it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Torgerson. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat Maction, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Arizona State is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 18 over Temple. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure.
Turning it on. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out.